Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the National Football League. Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Baltimore Ravens. Fielded near the back of the end zone. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
And one of the things that I think that Derek Carr has really improved in doing since college, his ability to stay in the pocket, things swirling around him, find the right guy, and deliver the ball with accuracy. Derek Carr has great touch when he throws the football.
On first down, Carr. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there on the first play of the game. 42 yards.
I think that typically we expect teams to save their home run plays for later in the game when they feel like they have an advantage over a defense. But in this case, they thought they had the advantage right away and took the shot on the first play of the game and completed it successfully.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Shotgun now for Carr. Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That's another Las Vegas first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here's Jacobs. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. This to Jacobs on the toss right. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends on the Jalen Richard touchdown run.
Daniel Carlson to kick.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Returning it, Justice Hill. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Justice Hill on the return.
Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And what a sophomore season he had for the Cardinals. Pretty much swept every major quarterback award, including the Heisman Trophy. And we spent a lot of time talking about his legs. Formidable. He can run the ball like few others, but the key to everything for him, his ability to be accurate from the pocket.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 23. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Raiders 7, Ravens nothing.
Carr now on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Complete to Jason Witten. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
action. Now Carr looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Throwing his Carr on third down. Buying time to his left. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
That's Aguilar with it on the jet sweep. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken just shy of the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
And the Raven first down.
Jackson's going to look to run it. And that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Dobbins running out of the gun. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On third down, Jackson looking left side. Andrews with it complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Sam Cook on
coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes. We'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
28-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well for the defense.
What's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of these guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
42 yards.
At the 30-yard line.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Carr now on first down.
Lets this go for Renfrow downfield.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for.
That'll bring up second down. To throw again. Carr. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, Carr. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0.
Raiders 17.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25.
Over 1st and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw Josh Jacobs with the strong first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. The return man is Hill. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
6-yard line.
Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
4 yards. 1st down, Ravens.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Steps away. He's going to take off with it. And he goes out right around the 39. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Here's Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
13 yards remaining on second down.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr.
Lets this go for Renfro downfield.
He's got him in. Complete. There he goes right side.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Hunter Renfro, 83 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach say about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far.
They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And rush coming, and he's taken down.
When we talk about players blitzing all the time, I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Sliding out of the pocket. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down.
15, but it's third down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if If you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chuck Clark, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for.
And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
He'll buy some time running, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Chuck Clark able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly that goes to a play action sack. First-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Well, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Being chased out, and they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out, and the Ravens cut into that lead.
This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Look at this, taking it right down Broadway. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, 53 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop it.
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Very short kick, taken right at the 20.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Jackson from the shotgun, and that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They're going for it with Dobbins. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Carr going to look to throw.
Lets this go for Renfro downfield.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches.
And down he goes. Brought down the Raiders sack. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, he was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews there, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. An unbelievable punt there. We're talking 70-plus yards. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
The Raiders heading out to take over.
And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now, because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away, because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL.
Celebration time tonight on the Strip as we say so long from Las Vegas.